Retro Maniacs. How's it going? It's Retro Collectibles here. Just kidding. Happy Saturday. If it's Saturday when you're watching this, it's Saturday here. Beautiful day out. I don't work weekends, as we know. So I'm going to go putter around. I'm actually going to take you guys to check out a very cool vintage toy store today. Kool Stuff Toys here in Hamilton. Awesome toy store. I'm going to drop off the restored Mego General Lee to my buddy Glenn, and he's going to show me some Dukes of Hazzard vintage Duke stuff he got at a Diecast yard sale today. So it's going to be a pretty cool one. We're going to check out some vintage Diecast, some vintage toys, and you know me, I might hit a Walmart or a Toys R Us or two along the way. So let's go see what mischief we can get into. Well, no Timmy's for me because I forgot my wallet and we had to park a little bit away because of the parking here, but I'll get to show you a little bit of the hood. Turns out I lived in a house just across the street here too, I forgot, but check out that license plate. Megatron. Used to live in that house there, number 29 Gibson. So if you want to see Kool Stuff toys, it's on Gibson and King here in Hamilton. Wally's World, back around 2003, it was Jay's Bar. I lived in a building across the street here. It was during the big blackout. Man, was this a rough bar. Fights every night. You had to buzz a buzzer to get to the washroom downstairs. That's how rough this place was. Like, wow, man. Crazy stories I could tell you about that place. I'll show you the building I lived around the corner. Well, I'll show you what's left of it because it's been torn down, but I lived at a 100-year-old building. This was back during the crack epidemic. Like I said, early 2000s. Hamilton was a much worse place back then. People think it's bad now, but I think it's just social media. We all hear about everything a lot more, right? But sorry if I was blocking the lens, but I'll show you my old building. That's what's left of it at King and Holton. Back in 2003, I lived in a building on the corner there. There's only the one wall left. They gotta get somebody in because there's a house behind it, but that was a rough building. I lived on the ground floor. You could only imagine back then. It was a rough area. Here we are, guys. Probably the most colorful store on this block. Kool Stuff, my favorite toy store in Hamilton. Vintage toys, everything. I got my Ertl General Lee car 1/64 scale here for 30 bucks on card, mint. Let's go check out what they got. Interesting. That might end up at home. Bit crowded in here, so I'll show you guys the Diecast stuff. Good selection of just older mixed stuff. Old Corgi in his cabinet.
Okay, thank you.
Invention piece.
This? I'm not going back on Monday.
Oh, like the colors.
School on Monday.
Yes, you are going to school. Hey, I'm missing school for any reason.
Oh, he's got a bunch of blue cards, old Matchbox.
Rar, and move.
Please.
A lot of old blue cards.
Stand there and look pretty. His life and not
And a couple older Boulevards.
Shut up.
all right. Thanks for going the extra.
I remember those guys.
Are you sure? Did you
Just a mixed cabinet here.
They come with me.
A little bit of everything.
Oh my gosh. You're missing missing out on this.
I had those as a kid, these old, I believe it's Corgi, the Union Pacific.
Alright.
Some Ferraris for G. Lovely old Rambo.
Yeah, I haven't looked those up, but yeah, have a look to see if they have anything else with them.
I had the whole line of the Ghostbuster reissues before. Completed them and sold them. Just completed the line for fun, basically.
Yeah, well, hopefully I get to the Indian.
Got some mixed G.I. Joe stuff, vintage. Set of trains up here. Trying to show you guys a little bit of everything because everybody collects everything. Oh, that is cool. Big, huge helicopter up in the corner. You'll notice display cases and stuff have prices on them, but they've all been sold because unfortunately after 25 years, due to gentrification, I would call it, this place sadly has to close, which sucks. It's my favorite one in town.
I made you bring that too, I forgot. I have two of that, so I never bring that one.
Here's
So it's a
some
waste of space.
Okay. Well, you never know, right? You don't bring it, that's what people ask for it.
more G.I. Joe stuff.
Maybe lucky so.
Never know what you could see thrifting. Love the old stuff. Wow, I just noticed that guy. Looks like he's got his pilot with him. Lots of guys collect loose cars. He's got a lot of loose ones in here. Oh. The owner's awesome, but he's had a lot of traffic in here today. It's a Saturday, that's why I had to cut the video so many times, just respecting people's privacy. Woman had her kids in here, so.
Rex in there, there's
Got some old LJN stuff, some wrestlers, knockoffs, Perry Funk hat, some cool customs, Roddy Piper customs. Elizabeth, she was one of the few I didn't have. I needed her with her kilt.
oh, look at that, wow.
I had Sergeant Slaughter and oh, Hulk Hogan customs, pretty cool. Oh, the LJNs. I'll show you one with a cool, kind of interesting story. Here's the one that had the cool story. If you notice the date in March 2011, somebody drove a car through the front of the store here. This guy's not for sale. If you look closely, he's got glass shards in him from the glass. The car drove right into Jeff's store here on that date. Just a crazy story. Crazy, crazy. More LJNs for you LJN guys. Nice clean Corporal Kirchner. Hasbros, lots of Hasbros. Goldberg. It's the place to come if you need like loose parts as well. Oh, he's got a UFC Bruce Lee, Justin. You remember him. But he's got a lot of loose parts, loose wrestlers. Like check that out. LJN ring ropes and turnbuckles and got belts and everything. If you guys like vintage stuff, come down and check it out. Love it here. Love just going through everything. You never know, I've bought so much stuff from here. Here's some cool stuff as the name of the store. Right flyer. Like I said, everything from wrestling to G.I. Joes. He's even got new stuff in here as well. This will get some people triggered. I don't talk any politics on Facebook or anything. for that reason.
Time.
Here's Masters of the Universe stuff. He's got the Origins Castle. I got one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Everyone was going. Phil Kessel was on the team for a short time. And he goes to Boston, wins the Stanley Cup twice. Or when they made it to the second round, right?
The Kool Stuff. Some turtle stuff for the Turtles people. Very cool. All big, nice. So much vintage stuff here, guys. Jimmy Osmond.
I watched this really bizarre
That's old
Chuck
school.
Norris movie on the other night. It was called Silent Rage. And
Oh, Gumby.
yes, from the
I don't remember those guys here.
Wouldn't you know, in a role he's never played before. He plays in Texas
Chips
Rangers.
Migo. I didn't know he had those either.
Yeah, a bit of very much of
I have to talk to Jeff about this stuff.
But he goes
Green Cougar, what's that in the corner? Never heard of that. Never heard of that. Gumby and Pokey, I love those.
And then he gets into a scuffle and shoots him.
Here's some Migo type figures.
Multiple times, and yet he's still alive.
Pretty cool.
Right? So then these scientists,
got
of
up
course,
here?
they
Fabulous Fred?
record this.
Never heard of that actually.
They use this
Got the box and everything though. But as you see, you never know what you'll find here. So much cool stuff.
creature. So he comes back from the dead, and then he escapes and wreaks havoc across the little sleepy town. This guy, it's kind of like, it's like.
Never did get into the starting lineup, but I know a lot of guys did, so I'll show you. Actually, what am I talking about? If there's like a Muhammad Ali or something, I'll go crazy.
The Chuck Norris is going is
Tiger
has to fight
Woods.
this guy. He can't kill him. Can't kill him with bullets. So he throws him out of a
X-Men.
15-story building.
You'll have to exclude some of my ankles, guys. It's a little bit of close quarters in here. Like I said, he's getting prepared to close and go online. So he doesn't know if it's going to be a month or a week. That's kind of cool. So everything's a bit scattered.
I guess maybe they had high hopes it'd be a
Looks great to me.
if anyone wanted to see.
I love all this stuff.
Yeah, I
Love
said,
this store. I'm gonna miss this store bad.
Yeah, it sounded like they're like.
For the Marvel guys, I know a few of those myself.
Now I just saw this Chuck Norris figure and how I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah, these are.
Cool thing about this store too, guys, is the stuff changes often. Because a lot of the stuff he gets is on consignment. So you can get some really great deals as well. Like I said, my Ertl carded General Lee, my vintage one, this is the place I got it. And a protector for $30. Tarzan. Oh, spotted the Pez. Interesting toy up top, Bubble Yum Baby. Arnold Palmer, this is a lot of sports toys over here. I love the old Gretzky stuff he's got.
Yeah, it just kills me that
Edmonton Oilers era Gretzky. Like this. Believe I had that when I was a kid. It's got a lot of old starting lineup stuff. Believe, oh no, that's a piggy bank, I believe. I had a little ice cream bowl, one of those baseball hats. And amongst everything, eh? Oh, that's cool. Fox 40. That guy's from Hamilton, Ron Foxcroft, I believe his name is, if you Google him. Invented this whistle without the little bean in it. Without the P-less whistle, whatever. Oh, hiding up here. Hotwheels hiding up at the top. I had one of these guys as a kid, this Batmobile. You know what the hard part is to get for that? The cocoon that went over top of it. The missiles are pretty hard too. Oh, that's cool. Definitely vintage there. Parker Toys, I remember those. So much Batman and Star Wars stuff here. Batman Bill comes here often, so he already knows. And Justin, who also loves Batman, comes here, so he already knows. As you see the bins in the back, if you ask Jeff, you'll probably be surprised. He probably has what you're looking for if it's a little weapon or something like that. It's Kool Stuff Toys with a K. K-O-O-L. Owner's name is Jeff. Very cool guy. Very friendly. As soon as you come in the door, you're greeted by Jeff here. Guarantee you'll feel comfortable here. If you like Star Wars stuff, by the way, man, there is a lot. From Funkos, vintage stuff. Oh, that's a Whitman edition, like my Muhammad Ali. An oversized Whitman edition. I have to point that out to Jeff. But this is like Star Wars corner here, guys, as you can see. I'm trying to get all the angles, but I'm a little bit cramped in just because of the way things are right now with what's going on with his moving and stuff. More Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I know a lot of you guys are, so I couldn't tell you what's good or bad. I know my Muhammad Ali Whitman edition's worth quite a bit of money, so I'm going to point that out to Jeff, just so he looks into it, but he's probably already aware. He's been in the toy game a lot longer than me. He mentioned earlier he was open here for 25 years, and it sounds about right, because I remember him opening right after I moved to Hamilton. But back then I wasn't into toys at all, ironically, so. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's realistic. That's trippy. It's actually a reasonable price for something that realistic. Vintage. Yeah, if you like Star Wars, guys, go to the back corner. Tons of it. Tons of it. I remember having this on beta in 1989. One thing I did not have as a kid was Voltron. I know that's not Voltron, but I ever see a vintage Voltron at a garage sale coming home. I'm doubtful about that one though. You never know. I did get an LJN Sergeant Slaughter for $10, so that's probably one of my biggest scores off of Facebook Marketplace, or buy and sell on Facebook rather.
Yeah, it actually looks more. I think his hair was a different color too, because he kind of like a. Yeah, I do kind of. Now that you mention it, but I mean back then they weren't making perfect.
A little bit of Star Trek. I'm not into Star Trek, if you know me.
Yeah,
I know some of you are.
Like lanyard.
He's a big fella.
Valiant effort on their
got some of the vintage Star Trek figures in there.
You're welcome. Yeah. That's just good to know.
I had one of these that shot sparks out of his mouth when I was a kid.
That little Arnold figure there.
No way. Doesn't got his glasses, but Urkel. I know a few guys that look like that now.
Oh, the scale thing I sold too. I sold your
Not a good thing.
today. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering that. I'm surprised it took that long to sell. 48 bucks for that. Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Lady Demon, those look interesting.
Well, a friend said, how much for the Rocky figure? I said, no, that's this over the top, but same guy, but yeah, it looks just.
That's
I mean,
very cool.
I looked at it and thought it was a Rocky figure when I first.
We're Star Wars for Star Wars, guys.
Thank you.
Lots of it here.
Yeah, no, friend Steve.
A little mix on this shelf.
Okay. Yeah, it's just the programs you don't see very often.
Look at that top shelf up there, all the heads. Spooky.
No, that was the only one I could find.
That's a
But
cool
he had 2
sign.
copies of Brett.
Need that for my toy room.
Hey guys, how are you? Okay.
Some real old school tin stuff, robots.
It's $4, please. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you.
Oh man.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, the McDonald's beanies, like the whole set of them.
A&E biographies. They had
I remember those.
a decent lineup this year. I mean, I'd say the best.
Oh, I guess you saw Billy Graham pass away the other day.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, it's funny how much Hogan really modeled himself after him.
That is funny.
Billy Graham looked like the original.
Ooh, I never saw
Well,
Michael
he and Jesse
Jackson here
Ventura.
before.
I mean, they both kind of modeled their. Ron Bass.
Laurel and Hardy.
I even.
Even the old bottles, I have a couple of those. 7 Up.
Yeah, I try to have things from the 1960s upwards, but because our building is so, I'm trying to pre-sell my display cases, so a lot of.
That's cool, like an airstrip, but it's
Well,
got
there's some
like
good
a
stuff,
water
yeah.
bomber on it.
And it's just nice to kind of.
Publication of WWF magazine.
Right.
I mean, I don't think did they actually. I guess they did have.
Thing in there, unless
Oh man, my sister Nikki would love that. Oh man. Might have to pick that up for her. Well, let's follow the yellow brick road over to the silver bullet. Got gorgeous out here quick. Oof, it was cool out a half hour ago, now it's roasting. So Retro is ditching the hoodie and gonna head over to Glenn's. He's going through his massive diecast collection, like I'm talking massive. And he got a few vintage General Lee things today at a big diecast sale he wants to show me, so head over, check that out. I know there's no chase because I actually put these out last night on the peg. You see this truck and it has gold rims? Grab it and run. Also, the chase and the non-chase will say 750 chase piece on it. So if it doesn't say that, it won't be a chase anyway. So it has to say that and have the gold rims. But remember, even the non-chase will say that. Oh, cool. Somebody's been buying these guys. I hope it was my friend Kyle, because Hogan is gone and the other one's gone. Can't remember which one. Flair. Hope you grabbed them, Kyle. And no good main lines or matchbox. Wish they did that in the 69 instead of the 67. If that was a 69, fire. I know you're gonna think I made this up for a video. I came over to check Funko Pops. Man, people need to hide things better. Unbelievable. Well, I've been contemplating, but I gotta do the right thing here, guys. Usually it's an I'm sorry card, but I've gotta leave an I thank you card when people leave things in stupid hiding spots. Please keep leaving chases and stuff like that in really easy spots. That was one of those I'm so glad I decided to stop. I wasn't going to. The only reason I did is I seen those matchboxes last night. And they weren't put out this morning, but man, if you're gonna hide stuff, well, I'm not gonna complain because I said I'd find one this week. I'm already out of the way and the week hasn't started, so a couple more for the crew and then we'll all have Civics. Well, 2 days and 2 of them down. Got the Mazda Miata yesterday and the Civic today. Look at that shine in the sun. Check out my video to see the crazy way I found it. People don't hide things very well these days. Man, I left them a thank you card anyway. Just noticed I rolled over to 400 subscribers, so show you some stuff at Toys R Us. Figure we'll stop at a few places. Weekends there's no set stock time, so you can come in, it'll look like garbage like this, or you can come in and get a bunch of stuff, but nothing here. This was a case of wasn't worth stopping. We will check next door, the Wally though, see if we could hit up some more Zamacs. One last thought before we go check out, see what cool vintage Duke stuff Glenn grabbed today. Nothing here. Not surprised, like I said, on weekends it's either feast or famine. Best time is to go in the mornings, usually on the weekends. I love that cool old AMC Eagle here. I got one of these. Very cool. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. The rest all run of the mill. Looks like they got some M2s overnight, the one of 24s, but nothing special. Same boring stock for wrestling figures. Yeah, let's beat it. Let's get over to Glenn and see some real cool stuff. He went to a vintage Diecast show today and picked up a bunch of cool stuff, so. Box is a little soggy on this one. We're going through a huge collection. Lots of Duke stuff. Box is a little damp, so I'm gonna take out this 98 General Lee without wrecking the box because we don't want it sitting in a damp box. Clean from 98. Look at that.
Okay.
Gonna see if I could try the box out.
Okay, they're going where you are, Neil.
A little bit rough, but
This, Dave. I don't know. I thought that was up. Is that a PlayStation?
that's cool.
Okay.
Jeez.
You want to store it?
Yeah, store them for
Couple
now.
old Redline Mustangs.
Here, and store these two.
Very nice.
What are these?
Store.
Recognize that. That's kind of cool.
Then there's these.
There you have it, guys. My awesome little haul for today. Man, was it a great day, but I'm tired. Gift from Glenn, the nice Sting car, Mustang GT 500. Some of this stuff, like the Zamac Honda Civic, is the result of, you know, those days you don't feel like stopping? You're like, man, I don't know if I feel like going in today. Yeah, go in. Check that out, eh? What I did with the little prelude. Funny. Awesome day, though. Well, that's no good. I lost some of the footage. I wanted to show you guys the awesome barbecue we had, the burgers, and the beautiful neighborhood up in Stony Creek, and the nice patio and the shade we were all sitting on, and half of his collection I missed. Yeah, I'll get more footage of Glenn's place again. He said I could film his stuff anytime. That was just a very small part of his collection. Anyway, guys, 400 subs. Thank you guys so much. It rolled over 400 when I was shooting video today, so I figured I would take you guys on a little extra hunt. It was originally just going to be Kool Stuff toys I was going to show you guys today, but glad I did go on a hunt because I nailed that little Zamac Honda. So, also, do not forget, Sunday, June 4th, 2023, I believe. It's June 4th, excuse me, I'm so tired. Ontario Diecast Addicts show, the biggest, best diecast show in the GTA. The only one that I go to every one. I've only missed one show and it was due to a family commitment. I go to every single one. The vendors are awesome. If you live in the area, you're gonna want to go. I will put up a link in the description. Ontario Diecast Addicts. It's also a Facebook group. My favorite Facebook group. No drama, no scamming. Anything like that goes on. The admins are great. The people get booted. No screwing around like that. So you might want to check that out as well. But I will put the information in the description about the Diecast show. Thank you so much, guys, for 400 subscribers. Please hit like button. Subscribe, share my videos. I'll keep them coming. I'm always collecting, always hunting, always. I got something cool coming in a trade. Not sure if I mentioned it. Trading the Ronin Run black or blue RX-7 rather for something cool. Tomorrow, hopefully, if the guy meets me. And I've got a heck of a trade coming next Sunday at the ODA show, but I'll show you guys that. I'll get some footage at the ODA show. Let you guys see it firsthand if you can't make it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. And as always, happy hunting.